In this video, we'll show you how to create a three-step approval workflow. It'll create a new purchase order and route it from an employee to their manager for approval and on to finance for processing. Log in to your frevvo Cloud account. Click the blue plus button and select Create a new workflow from the menu that appears. In the dialog that appears, add to a new project or choose an existing project. On the next screen, give your workflow a meaningful name. We'll call it Purchase Order Approval. You can optionally enter a description. If entered, the description is also used in search results to find your workflow. Click Next. An approval workflow often has a single form and multiple approval steps. The first step is pre-created for you. Change the name to Employee. Click the blue plus button to add and configure two additional steps. Change the names to Manager and Finance. The step type defaults to Approval Step, and the routing assigns it to your own email address by default. We'll leave those unchanged. Click Finish when you're done. You'll be redirected to the Workflow Designer, where the newly created workflow is displayed. It has 3 steps as we specified. The wizard also creates a default form with business logic to show and hide sections. We'll explore the form and logic later. Run the flow to try it out. The form has several fields, such as first and last name, that are automatically filled out. Notice that there's a Manager ID field, which identifies the current user's manager. We'll route to the manager for approval later. Sign using your mouse or touchscreen device and click the Continue button. The workflow will route via email for manager approval as we specified in the wizard. Check your email for a notification message with a link to process the approval. We'll customize this message later. Click the link and see that the form renders with a Manager section now visible. The original section is disabled and cannot be edited. Sign and click Continue. The workflow routes by email to Finance. Click the link in the email, sign the Finance section that now appears, and click Finish to complete the workflow. That's it. In just a few minutes, we created a 3-step workflow and routed it via email for approval. In the next video, we'll take a look at the form and business logic and customize it for our purchase order.